Hey, my friends, after taking a few hours to process everything and just to be by myself in my room, I actually laid down over there. I wanted to get on camera and do what I've done for years, which is just talk to you guys and try to make sense of this crazy world we're living in. By now, all of you have heard about the assassination of Charlie Kirk today in Utah. I want to say my thoughts and my prayers. I know it sounds trite, but my thoughts and my prayers are with his wife, Erica, and his two very, very young children. These kids are babies who will never know their father. Today, some of you have sent me this clip from an interview I did with Charlie Kirk on Fox back in July, and I'll never forget getting that phone call saying, Charlie Kirk, he's hosting Fox and Friends, and he wants to interview you. I remember jumping around my kitchen. I called my mom. I was so excited. I said, I'm gonna be on a show with Charlie Kirk, and he wants to talk to me. And that shows how much Charlie Kirk meant to me, and I know so many young people felt the same way. I'll never forget being like, I have to get up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., because Charlie Kirk is a legend in our industry and someone who has just spearheaded this movement of common sense and saving Western civilization, quite frankly. Now, prominent folks on the left like Barack Obama and others in the media, they've said they are shocked by this. They don't know the motivation of the shooter. I'm here to tell you, I'm disgusted. I'm horrified by what happened. I don't want it all over the internet for young people to see. I'm horrified by it, but I am not shocked because we have seen political violence and political extremism go up and up and up the last few years from the left toward the right. We saw it today with Charlie Kirk. We saw it in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th with President Trump when Thomas Crooks got up on the roof and tried to kill him and stop the movement he created. That's what this was about. That was the motivation today, to try and stop the conservative movement, the movement of common sense that Charlie Kirk is one of the main people spearheading. That was the motivation. The folks on the left, they want to act shocked after calling us Hitler, fascist, Nazis, threats to democracy. That's what they've called the right for years, for simply wanting secure borders and a country that works. Today was actually the trial of Ryan Ruth down in Florida, who tried to take President Trump's life last year as well. This political violence has been on the up and up and up, and it's something Charlie Kirk himself spoke about. I'll put one of his old posts up on the screen where he spoke about how the left feels they are justified in this political violence if they can take out folks like President Trump, Charlie Kirk, and others who are spearheading the conservative movement. Now, this is the most important point I have to make. You cannot stop a movement with a bullet. You just can't do it. They tried it with President Trump. They're trying to stop the movement Charlie Kirk created. People are going to come together stronger and louder to fight for the soul of this nation. I truly believe this country is not divided by Democrats and Republicans. It's divided by those who love this country and those who want to destroy it. Charlie Kirk was a once-in-a-generation talent. To see everything he had built at 31 years old, the movement he had created of young people just going out and trying to have a dialogue, merely having a dialogue. Charlie Kirk, there will never be another like him. He was probably going to be president of the United States someday, but just like JFK, RFK, Charlie Kirk, and others who were assassinated in acts of extreme political violence, we have to carry the torch and carry the mantle and keep fighting for the ideals they believed in. I love all of you. I feel the tears coming back on, and I'm just not someone who's gonna get on camera and cry. That's just not who I am, but I do love you guys so much, and I'm going to be here until the end of time, posting and trying to make sense of everything. So please go and kiss and hold your loved ones. And if you live alone today on a day like this, I am thinking about you and I'm with you. I know sometimes when you're alone and you're watching the news and processing these things, you can get more sad and depressed than you already were. So I'm thinking about you. I love you all. I will be here in the next few days. We decided not to release the podcast episode we taped this morning. I told my producer to hold it. She started her career actually working for Turning Point USA in Charlie Kirk. So she is at home talking to her friends and feeling everything. And I want you guys to know that I love you too, and I will be here